Here we are. It is Thursday night, and we're with Real Talk with Kevin Brock
It's 7 o'clock.
at 7 o'clock. Just
About that. We're on my cell phone this evening, so just making sure that you can hear me okay. So we're gonna do a test right now on live. You can hear me.
no, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. We like that. We like that. Well, thanks everybody for joining, and we're glad you're here with us. It's been crazy a week. We say that every Thursday. What is it about Thursdays that you're just all wiped out? It's just been nuts. Um, but anyway, it's been a good week. Lots of fish. We'll talk about that as things get going here. But we just want to thank everybody for joining us and interact with us, jump in there, ask us some questions. A lot of people have been doing that here lately, and some people it's helping. And other people are like, "Oh, I didn't catch anything," but we're doing our best to help people out, and we've got some exciting news where we're headed actually tomorrow. And so we held back on driving time right now as we speak, so we could finish the podcast for everybody, and we'll be up early and driving and heading
So,
direction.
so
So,
where are we driving? Where are you driving to, Kevin?
well, the whole salmon season here on the Feather River, they've let open it. It's just kind of getting going. Some days I've been catching some fish, other days not so many, and that seems to be kind of going around. Um, if you go out and work hard for them, you will get some fish, but it's not like it's lights out. But man, some of the fish they're catching down below, Shanghai Bend down below, down in there, are really, really brand new, bright fish, and they looked nice. They looked real nice. So there's salmon opportunity, and we haven't had that before in a while, so everyone's pretty excited about that. But the big salmon opportunity in the next few weeks where we're headed is Gold Beach, Oregon. Uh, you guys are going to be up there, a week or whatever. We've got several people listening that are going up. We just filled right up. We got friends and family all going to be up there with us that are clients that are paying, and they turn into friends and family, and it just is an awesome thing. Gold Beach, Oregon. Um, the weather's great. We're going to beat the heat again. Looks like it's going to be hot next week here in California. We're going to jump up there. We'll be in Oregon. We'll be right on the ocean. The waves will be crashing in. I'll be breathing sea air
Holy.
tomorrow evening. Don't be jealous. I someone someone has to do it. There is someone in our group, in our circle, that has to go after these fish, and well, I volunteered, so that's
There
how.
you go. Well,
If I
thanks
have
for taking one for the team.
to, I'll take for the yeah. But anyway, they're already getting fish up there. Here, let's add to that. And it's not like we're going to jump right into it. They're already getting fish. The guy got one today, 38 pounds. My other buddy, Jake Fry, he's up there. Lots of other of my buddies, too, are up there. Shane and Jake and oh man, Tony, and then Keith, and you can just keep. I know all the guys. I've known all the guys for years. You keep on going down the list. So I'm looking forward to getting over there and saying hi to everybody. But I'm really looking forward to hooking into some of those big old bright fish. And the cool thing about Gold Beach is it is on the beach, obviously. But you can cruise out there, and if the breakers are nice and easy and it's not too crazy, we'll float out there. We'll drop some crab pots. So then we'll salmon fish. We'll jump out there, grab some crab pots, pull those babies in. Next thing you know, we got fresh crabs, salmon on the barbecue. People are going home with fresh salmon. 65-degree weather. Like I said, it's tough. It's tough. Somebody's got to go do it. But they're brand new and they're bright. And, guys are getting 2, 3 a boat, sometimes none, sometimes one. I know one guy had 6 the other day. One guy had 4. And then there's been some ones and twos, but you're fishing, bunch of boats up there, and the fish are bright. And what I mean by bright is they're right out of the ocean. Here we go, and so we're going to be using anchovies and spinners and big flashers, and and we'll go over that more next week. We'll have service up there. We've got Starlink now, so we're
Nice.
yeah. So no more. Well, we'll see when we get up there, but I'm sure I assume that it works just fine up there too. We'll get it hooked up, and we'll be able to just keep the podcast right on rolling.
All right. Did you fill that empty seat for next Monday? Following Monday?
Is that our coming up already? We
It is.
filled we filled one.
Yep.
A guy called. I think there was another guy that wants to fill it, but then he brought his grandson, so I put him in somewhere else. So I'm not sure, but no, I don't think so.
Okay. So if you guys are watching, you definitely at the moment it could change. We do have a trip that we are doing on the 10th, or no, the 11th, I believe it is. The 11th, which is a Monday.
Yes,
Myself, Anthony Sparks and Dave Mayo, Warren, and we got one unknown. I don't know who he is.
yeah. Don't forget Frederickson. Yeah,
Yep.
Fred or Frederickson.
Yep. So definitely going to be a cool trip, and we'll be doing a lot of filming. Warren loves to film when he's out, and Old Farts guys we're doing our own filming, so we're going to have a lot of media coverage on that boat. And with any luck, I'll get the drone up like I did last year, and we'll probably do that on Sunday when we get up there and grab some footage to incorporate. But it's always a blast, and we
Yeah, yeah.
Ben Harper to come out with some hot dogs. That would be cool.
There we go. Kurt Beasley, one of great guy. I met him, ran into him the other day, but he's friends of some other friends that fished with me tons of years. We fished together. He's going along too. He
Oh,
just Kurt's like, yeah, it's me. Yeah, yeah.
nice.
We didn't forget about you, buddy. We're sorry. You'll get on film, but it'll be a good time. No matter what, we're gonna make it a good time. And like I said, some days we'll get 12. Some days we get 6. I had a day last year where we didn't get any after that big old rain. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time no matter what.
What's the limit out there? Is it two per?
Two per man, two,
Nice.
so we can load them up. So yeah, if they're biting, if they're biting, but yeah. Warren threw in there, hey, that's fishing, and you're right, Warren, it is fishing. But we want to be realistic. We don't want to tell everybody, hey, every trip you're going to get 12 if you got 6 guys, because that's just not the truth. But did we have days where we had 12? You bet. Did we have days where we had 8? Yep. 6? Yep. 4? Yep. 1? Yep. 0? Yep. It happened. But that big rain knocked us out one time last year, man. The whole place emptied and it was mossy and muddy. Everybody else went in, and it was like me and one other old timer out there. And he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, we got to at least try. I didn't get one, and he ended up getting a hatchery coho silver. And you can keep those two up there. You can keep hatchery steelhead. You keep all that. So anyway, it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great move. It takes a day to drive up there, but it's kind of worth it. It's a cool place. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Well, I'm hoping these guys with Warren and David, that we're not going to be too beat up. It's either we're going to be in a great mood because, Warren took first place again for the Catfish Bash, and I'm coming in at second place, and
That's
you
what you said before. You said Warren cannot get first place until. So you were saying you're going to get first place and Warren's going to get second. Man, good thing I'm not a catfish fisherman. And
know,
there.
we got a big tournament on that Saturday, and myself, I'm leaving Sunday morning bright and early to get up to Oregon so we can hopefully get some footage on Sunday evening. And yeah, we're gonna be tired, but we're gonna be excited to be with you doing some salmon fishing.
Yeah, likewise. Everything's running good. Everything was redone on the boat. And we threw some new batteries in there, and I'm looking forward to, showing you white, the live scope, wide scope.
Oh, live scope, yeah.
On live scope. But yeah, if it's all working right and properly, we'll be able to see our baits on there and everything. We'll be able and watch those fish come up and chase them and react to them. It's kind of fun. So that's cool. It's just going to be a good time. And well, I'll take care of everybody. And if you guys are too tired, we can fish in the morning. And if we're in a lull, I can zip you in. We literally pick you up on the dock of your hotel.
Yep.
You can go up there, and this goes for anybody. You can go up there, you can crash for an hour. You know what? I may be tired, and I may need a room to crash for an hour, and you guys can all go around do circles. And then I'll come back down, and I'll be, more amped up, ready to roll. But no, it's something we can do. That's always an option. It's not a where you got to grind. It's a rod holder type situation. You press the button, you let it out to 16 or 18 or whatever I tell you to how far to let it out. You turn the handle, and you let it happen. You let everything else do its magic, and we'll be on our game, and we'll have things dialed in, and we'll be talking with everybody. And if a group of fish move in, why we'll jump right down on them, and if they move up, we'll jump right up on them, and so we'll have good baits. We'll have good gear. We'll have good electronics and good people, and it'll be a good time. So I like the good of all that. So it'll be good.
Oh, it's gonna be exciting. I
Yeah,
can't wait.
yeah. And then we're going to be up there, 3 weeks or so. And then during the peak of it, and then what we'll do is we'll just run right back down in the beginning of September. Hopefully get to dove shoot that evening. I don't know what if I got enough time or not. Dove shoot that evening, and then beginning of September we'll be right back on the feather, and so we'll let you guys know how that goes on. And I'm sure there'll be a few more fish showing up. So
Well, I'm hoping so because Anthony and I went out there on Sunday and we didn't get skunked because we switched to striper fishing. And I don't know if you guys saw the monster striper that I caught out there. I think it was about this big. My wife thought it was 18 inches, but it is what it is. We had to throw them back, little tiny, what I call diaper striper. But I was not going to get skunked, so a fish is a fish is a fish. So,
yeah,
but yeah, no, we had we struggled. We definitely struggled that day. A lot of guys didn't catch.
there was lots of boats out there down there. I was up above you. I was struggling. There was boats all around me. They were struggling. I saw one caught yesterday at the outlet on one of my spinners. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got a fish right there. He's like, "Hey, thanks for the spinner." Pulls up this big old fish. I'm like, "Right on, dude. Way to go." So that made me feel good. But I mean, it's been a struggle, and the reason why is just because the water's warm. Whatever fish are coming up are kind of staging, and what people forget is fish will come up and then they back out, and they're like, "Dang, this water's too warm. I don't like it. Wait, I'm up the feather, or I should be up the sack. I'm out of here." And they'll back out to Verona and jump up the other side, and those fish can go back downstream 20 miles in a day with no problem. We've tracked them down before with transmitters, so we know they drop back, um, and so they'll drop back, and then those guys down there are catching some fish on spinners, but they've got more fresh fish than up here. And then some of the fish that I saw, literally, oh, did I fish yesterday? I don't know, days. Yeah, I fished yesterday. Days merged together. I fished every day, but whatever it's been, but today because we packed all day, switching gears, switching rivers. But I mean, I see a fish roll, and he was pretty bright, but very few fish rolling. And then I see him roll right in my gear. Me, my gear, and my lures were out, and I even had some roll. I got one on roll a couple days ago, and lures are out there wiggling, doing their thing, and some rows. I'm bouncing some row, and I see him going underneath the fish finder, and then I see one roll up in front of the boat. I mean, went right through our stuff and didn't touch it. And I'm rewrapping new sardines on them. I've got stinky eggs on there. I'm just like, what is going on? They're just that warm water, and they're traveling. They're just trying to get to cold water. They're not biting well, not yet. And there's just not a bunch of them. But once they start backing up and get more of them in there, it'll happen. It'll all happen good.
Oh, we have a full moon or something coming up, right? And everybody keeps saying when this moon changes that this should turn the bite on.
Well, you got to have fish to have a bite. And yeah, we're seeing a few fish. But remember, every salmon doesn't bite. You know, every salmon doesn't bite. So I mean, it's just the way it is. And then there's days where you feel like you're the best guide or the best fisherman out there. You got it dialed, and then all of a sudden, the next day, something changes. The water drops. There's something weird. Some cold front comes in. A moss starts coming down. You can't keep your gear clean, and all of a sudden, you turn to hero to zero. It happens. And if you fish a lot, I don't care who you are, it's going to happen. But consistently, you got to keep trying and going through the motions and fish and have confidence. And then they get there, and when it turns on, it will happen. Hey, I think that the this station is going to need to pause for a commercial break.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And so, with that being said, you're going to take over
Oh
for
no.
the next couple of minutes, and then I'll be right back. So
All
we can
right.
talk about whatever happened with your catfish thing coming up. You talked about that a little bit. Do you? But you talk about talk about how people can get involved. We're gonna let the station identify itself. Uh,
All right.
I'll be right.
Oh, Kevin's got another duty to do, but
Hey, somebody's singing in the background there. I'm not. I'm not going to be singing.
that's all right. No, we had a huge audience tonight. Appreciate you guys for calling in. As you guys know, we put this on every Thursday at 7 o'clock. It's run through Old Farts Fishing. For you guys that don't know me, I'm Stony Stone, and run a big YouTube page. And we catch a lot of fish. So sometimes, Kevin had said, we got a catfish tournament going on this weekend, or I'm sorry, next weekend. Out in Clear Lake. If you guys haven't seen any of that stuff, you can go to the Catfish Bash page or Old Farts Fishing page and see all the stuff with catfishing. But what's kind of cool with the catfish scene is you got Warren on here and Dave Mayo, these guys that are kokanee fishermen, as I like to say, and I don't mean to put Warren in a box. Warren fishes everything. Warren is a great fisherman all around. Fishes a lot more than I do. But he put his hand into the catfish world and ended up taking first place in the very first tournament that he entered. And then they were hooked. That's all it takes is getting up on that leaderboard the first time to get hooked into the catfish. And we're not talking little tiny catfish. If you're catching 10, 12-pound catfish, they're small. The biggest catfish I caught this year was a 25-pounder on January 1st. Went out there, New Year's Day, and pulled in a 25-pound catfish. And the interesting thing with that was it was on Ben Harper's favorite bait was actually a hot dog. Uh, I was always told just use a hot dog. We're using all these fancy baits and tricks and scents, and we were sitting there not catching. I just threw a hot dog in there and said, "Let's see what's going to happen." And sure enough, pulled in that 25-pound catfish. So don't throw out that hot dog idea. It will definitely work on that catfish. And yep. So I'm just looking here. I'm just looking at the list of people dropping in and out. Dave Mayo, Dave, what's up, buddy? I see he's unmuted. Um,
You
Dave,
unmuted? You hear me?
I can hear you, buddy.
Oh, wow. I didn't know I was. Sorry.
That's all right, but
Kevin,
I got
Kevin
you
was Kevin
unmuted.
was saying that he hears somebody singing in the background. That's my wife.
That's all right.
I didn't know I'm usually muted. I don't know how I got unmuted.
That's all right. So you're looking forward to Gold Beach in the tournament, right?
We're really looking forward to Gold Beach, and of course the Catfish Bash, of course. But man, Gold Beach is just a bucket list for me for sure. Warren and I both. I mean, Warren's actually fished out there prior, but I've never been there, and I'm excited. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a blast. We're actually going up to Clear Lake on Sunday, trying to hunt some of these fish down. They definitely have moved around quite a bit, and trying to figure out kind of what our strategy is going to be.
Yeah, we have no clue either. We're just man, it's really so hard to get out there. We've been so busy. You guys went Sunday, we went Saturday down at the river, and it was pretty slow for us too. Also, we saw maybe one guy said he had one um,
Yeah,
salmon.
one guy out there. If you guys follow Rudy's fantastic catches, he's a guy that
Oh,
usually
Rudy, yeah, he's an awful guy.
he usually fishes Folsom. He made a move and he's moved up into the Yuba City area. I don't know exactly where, but he moved there and he's definitely getting prepped for river fishing. He's got his lake boat. I just saw he just bought a river boat.
Yeah, he's bought a skiff. Yeah.
Yep, and that's the thing you need for the river. I still don't have that kind of money to run two boats or don't have.
No, right? Only Rudy does.
Yep.
Yeah, Rudy and Nate.
Yeah. But I'm still running a prop boat out there. And the first year I had my boat on the river, I think I went through three props that year. That was probably 2, 3 years ago, and the water levels were a lot lower. And
Yeah.
wasn't afraid to send it out, but it's definitely costly when you're burning through props that quick.
For sure.
So I'm
Yeah, you gotta be
a little
careful
more
with
cautious now and just pay attention to the water flows. There's a website. If you just go onto Google and type in Feather River water flow, you'll find a link out there that'll show you exactly what the river flow is that day. So that
it.
way what kind of boat you're running and what to do, and see what that water flow is doing. And that way, when you get into the river, you at least know the water is going to be deep enough, but you still got to pay attention to those sandbars and
Right, right.
I got a little story. I know Kevin's back, but I had a little story one year when we were running out there where we were actually in, I think we're out of, I don't even remember, somewhere on the river, but there's a big sandbar. And we saw the sandbar going upriver, and we knew it was there. And then coming downriver, I was a little challenged, and I had some fishermen on the bank that I didn't want to get into their line. So I'm like, all right, I know where the sandbar is. I'll move a little bit over to avoid their lines, and well, I guess I got a little too far over, got the boat stuck on the sandbar. So Anthony's on the bow of the boat with the oar pushing us off the sandbar. Well, of course, with the sandbar and the water being lower, the river runs a lot faster. So as soon as we got off the sandbar, we're like, okay, cool, cool. We're off the sandbar. Anthony's still on the bow. He stood up. The boat decided to hit the sandbar again, and before you know it, Anthony was face down, feet up into into the river.
Oh,
Stood up. I
no.
mean, the boat's stuck. He just stood up. I'm like,
Right.
dude, are you okay? Are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, then I start laughing because first I had to find out he was safe. But that was the funniest thing. And then he gets in the boat all sopping wet, and I'm like, all right, what do you want to do now? He's like, let's just go home. That
Oh, yeah.
was the end of the
Got
day.
your losses. Got
Yeah,
your
well,
losses for the day.
Kevin's back, buddy. We were just talking about some stories.
Man, I love stories, Put the lime in the coconut.
Yeah. Did I mute Kevin? Hold on. Hold on, Kevin. I think I muted you by mistake. I'm gonna ask to unmute. I'm all pushing the wrong buttons. There you go. Sorry about that.
All right. What I was saying is put the lime in the coconut and call me in the morning. Woo! Man, I'm glad that didn't happen on the boat.
Oh
That was
yeah.
a bad deal. But yeah, no, nice story about Anthony and the sandbar and stuff like that. It's always fun.
Um,
Oh,
so I know you're packing. I know you're trying to get out of town. Yeah, I don't want to keep you too long. We usually run an hour. But before we, go or get going, what else you got you want to talk about tonight? Or
well, let's talk about let's give a little thanks out there. And I was thinking about that of who's all not only do we fish, but we carry a lot of products now. And my wife Roxanne is just such a huge part of this now and such a huge supporter. We got several people out there helping us and running around and dropping product off at stores. And we just shipped another what 15 rods to Alaska. I'm shipping another 12 up to Oregon. I'm taking another probably 20 with me. Some of the guides up there need rods, and we're just helping people out. And so not only do we have tackle, but we've got rods and everything. And, the local shops are what makes it happen. I mean, really, yeah, no, we got tackle and sportsmen's, and there was a time when they ordered a lot of stuff from us, and maybe they will again when they close salmon season. 2 years ago, obviously they didn't order salmon stuff anymore, and but they sold a lot of it, so that was pretty good. But we just want to say thank you to all those. Our kokanee stuff. You can go up into Redding and at Phil's Propeller. They got all the kokanee stuff for Whiskey Town. I mean, and that stuff worked. It catches big kokanee. big kokanee, the 18 inchers and stuff. Guys are sending me pictures of our product, Coco Spin. I call it the Coco Spin for the win. But that is true. I mean, they do catch some bigger fish on that lake. And then lots of other things work too, but that was it. So you can get them at Phil's, and we just want to kind of thank everybody who supports us. Phil's Propeller, Sportsman's Warehouse, obviously in the Reading area, it's got a bunch of our stuff for salmon, and then you drop down into several little tackle stores in the Bernie Falls and the Hat Creek area, all the way up into Chester, Aube, Sports Nut. Hey, hats off to you guys up there. It's the little guy up there that's keeping everybody fishing. We're probably in, and we'll just keep dropping down because we're in several stores in the Delta now. But Lime Saddle Marina, on Lake Orville. You go to Bullard's Bar Marina. Our stuff's in there. You hit the tackle box in Chico. Our stuff's in there. Reynolds, I think I said that in Red Bluff. He's maybe not, but anyway, Reynolds has got a bunch of our stuff in there. We could just keep right on going. Majors and Willows has our stuff. Ace and Willows, huge supporter. They got us our air cooler for our shop. Thank you, Sean. Hats out to you, buddy, for being a true friend. We appreciate you with that. They've got great service in that little town. Ace in Red Bluff, Ace in Bernie Falls, and then just keep on going. Auburn, Outboard Marine. They've got all our kokanee stuff. Thank you guys down there. Jim at Real Boat Works down out of Lodi. You want your stuff dialed in. Jim is the guy, dude. He works hard, but Lowrance, Garmin, whatever you need in there, they carry our stuff down there. Who else? I'm forgetting more people.
Johnson's Bait and Tackle, one of my favorites.
Yeah, let's not forget Johnson's a huge supporter. They have sold out of our spinners, the blue spinners, and for the bank fishing. They've sold out 3 times already. So you know what I did? Brian's like, hey, I need another dozen spinners. I like, how many I sent him? I sent him 10 dozen of each color.
Oh.
So now he won't run out for at least a few weeks. But everybody's fishing those spinners, and I made them. They're our product, but I made them with a little beefier hook on there and a sharp hook. And when you see them, you'll be like, yeah, that's what this is about. The blade thumps really nice. I mean, it's made from fishermen for fishermen. You don't have 25 different colors, although, and maybe I'll get some input from everybody else on this, but somebody's saying that half pink one, that silver and half pink's a pretty good one that they like. They'll buy those in that color. So maybe next season we'll come out with that one. Yeah, and like I said, don't forget all the little tackle stores up in Paradise and Magalia, all those little fast trips and mom and pop stores all carry our stuff. We're in, I want to say, over 60 stores right now, and it just keeps growing. And we haven't even. And then don't forget, Delta Bait and Tackle. They've got some stuff down there. You can order. You can go online and punch in it. You're a retailer, and then you get a wholesale price. So I mean, and it's delivered right away. There's one guy down there that's been ordering swim baits from us, $500 at a time, and he just keeps ordering them. It's a great price. He gets a great margin. It's a great product. It's the stuff that works. Bango, 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 bango. So anyway, Big Red carries tons of that stuff. Oh man, come on, Mike Miller, get a grab on that 16. Don't forget, if they drop the water on us when those fish start packing in, I am the only one that I know of, and this isn't tooting my own horn. I wish I would have had these plugs when the Kenai was on, but I make a 17, and I fished that baby on the Togiak River for tidal fish. I fished it inland on the Feather when it was open 2 years ago when I was prototyping them, and I fished it on the Sac for the opener. And I'm not saying, again, I'm not to my horn. There's been many days I didn't, but not on the Feather this year. But on the Sac 3 years ago, we were the first people to tag out with 8 fish. We were hanging the ZZ-17s down there, and the fish were just yeah, they were just grabbing it like a vengeance. And I mean, they just float up nice and they wiggle nice. So don't be afraid to check out that 17. It's a hot lure. I wouldn't say yet, but I would say in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, when those fish start to paw it up, late August, I'll be fishing a lot of 17s. Lots of other guides are using our product out there. Lots of people are using our stuff from Washington on the Columbia all the way down. I get reports from different guys that are using our plugs and our stuff, and it's kind of cool. We got spinners, we got plugs, and the tackle stores are really carrying stuff, and we ship stuff out right away. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I would say just go to fishkevinbrock.com to be able to see all the stuff that he carries. I mean, all the different species of fish. And like you said, it's the best price around. And then don't forget to watch the Tackle Box on Facebook. They've got daily deals that you can't get anywhere else. Today was a deal. If you missed out on it, you buy one, get one free rods. And that's a screaming deal. You're not going to find that anywhere
Yeah,
else.
yeah, it's crazy stuff. Now, a lot of people said, think that I own the tackle box. Let's get that straight. I don't at all. That's why it's still called the tackle box.
Right.
If I own the store, if I bought the store, it would say Kevin's Brock, Kevin
Tackle
Brock
Box.
store, whatever, and guide shop, whatever. That's what it would say. It say fish Kevin Brock on the front with a big fish. But what they did is, knowing them and being acquainted with them for years, they wanted to reopen. They said, bring in the stuff for our area. Dude, they have over $100,000 worth of our product in that store. And everyone's like, oh, well, yeah, they go, well, you advertise for the tackle box all the time. Well, yeah, if your store buys $100,000 worth of product, we'll advertise the heck for you too. I mean, that's how it goes. But anyway, so the record's straight. I don't own that store at all, but it's a great store. But we do have a lot of our product in there for sure. And they help us and we help them. And every day people come in there saying thank you. We got combos for 20, $30. We got stuff for people who just started fishing. And then we got high end stuff. We still got some pin reels and stuff in there that are $400 or $500. So yeah, we got a little bit for everybody
Yeah.
and some great deals.
Yeah, and Anthony just joined after I just talked about him. He missed out on everything I said about him, so he'll have to watch the replay of this to find out what was said.
It's all right, Anthony. We laughed with you, not at you. We're laughing because of you, and we appreciate you having blunders and bloopers so we can all laugh. And the only reason we laugh is because we've all been there. We've all done it. We've all fallen or slipped or done something foolish or broke a rod or thrown a rod overboard, sucked a rod tip in the back of a kicker motor.
Oh yeah, no, we won't talk about who did that.
I once, yeah. So I mean, wind was blowing, boat was sideways. We just landed a fish on my rod. On my rod, I reeled up, but not all the way. Like I tell everybody, kind of got sideways. Currents going, winds going. Next thing I know, I see that rod tip going for the property. And it just chopped it about 6 eyes all the way down. I'm like, really? Nice job, Kevin. Nice. But we've all done foolish things. I blame it on the drugs, not recreational drugs, but the drugs that keep me alive. So I call it the chemo fog.
Brain fog.
Brain fog. I have something to blame it against. I don't know you with your name being Stony. I don't know what you get to blame it on, but you blame it on something.
Usually 420 is hitting hard every day, but last few weeks I've had to cut that out as I'm working through my own health issues with some back issues and had to give that up for a while. Well, the doctor has me on some meds that I can't mix or else they won't give them to me. So trying to get that all straightened out and go into a back injection next week. Hopefully that's going to fix a lot of things. And oh, look, there's Mr. Warren. But I do have another story since Anthony is on. We were trolling your blue spinners out on the Feather, and we were trolling downriver, going pretty quick, because we're downriver. And the rod tip is bouncing, then all of a sudden it just goes down. I mean, it's just down. and Anthony's excited. He's reeling, and it wasn't like a snag because a snag, just sticks. This thing is moving. It's actually pulling.
You're going downstream. This thing's given. It's
Yeah,
done.
yeah, so we're pulling. He's all excited, and I'm getting a net, and people are watching us, and all of a sudden he's like, "Dude, I don't know what this is. It's like just dead weight. It's like it's not really fighting, but it wasn't like a snag." He's reeling and cranking, and he has that. I think he's running the Phoenix rod, and he pulled up a nice size lawn chair. There's a picture of it on my Facebook page. He fought that lawn chair for quite a minute. It was the funniest thing ever, and yeah. So another fun story with Anthony pulling in the big old lawn chair for the win on
I
your spinners, and his knots are solid. They didn't tie.
Yeah, the hooks are solid. I'm telling you now, that's the way to go. There you have it. Lawn garden spinners. Yeah. So, so
So
that
so Warren undid his camera here, and I'm assuming he has something he wants to say. Warren, let's unmute you here. Trying to look. I am getting older, Kevin, and I'm like wearing contacts, and I'm like, where's Warren's thing here? Ask to unmute. There we go. You just
okay.
have to accept it. There you go. Warren, what's up, buddy?
Hey, oh, not much. Just getting ready to hit the river tomorrow.
Yeah, what are you going to be using tomorrow?
Oh, I got some of these Kevin Brock spinners I'm going to try.
There you go. There you go. What color?
I don't know. Let me look in the box. I got 30 of them, so I think I got every color.
Yeah,
Hey,
if you
Bob.
guys haven't met Warren or Warren Fredrickson, go to his YouTube page, check him out. Go to his Facebook page. The guy puts out more videos than I do, and I thought I put out a lot of videos. And
But and a lot of these guys too, they're catching them on my spinners. But let's not just be like, oh, Kevin Brock stuff, because a lot of stuff works out. And because of that, I just happen to have this here. These little double-bladed Silvertrons.
oh yeah,
Boys are catching some fish on those too. So yeah, props out to those guys. They got a good product. They catching a lot of fish, and a lot of pictures I'm seeing are on the big old double blade. So don't forget to try some of these. There was one today. I think Warren sent me the picture yesterday with it is like a purple and white one. That's been a real popular one in blue and white. But anyway, Silvertron.
yeah.
Well, again, we're not here just to tell everybody that our stuff only works, because that's not true. Well, would we lose Warren?
I don't know if
Oh,
you
he's showing us his
I don't know if you
box.
can see them, but
What do you got, Warren? Look at that. There
I
you
think
go.
I'm trying to switch the camera around here again. But
That's all right. We saw your box. Your little shiny thing.
there it is. Yeah. So I'm going to start out with those blue ones because that seems to be the blue and purple seem to be the color. But Granddad always said that salmon bite anything that's green, so that one's going to go on one of the rods first thing.
Nice, 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 nice. Yep, yep. You looks like you're set. So
Yeah,
So now, Warren, that
got a
you've
whole
told us what
whole
you're
box
doing,
full.
I'm expecting to see a nice little fishing report tomorrow and some nice big pictures and a cool video of everything you got.
Yeah.
I'll be driving. I'll be driving. So help me out. Send me pictures as you go.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Warren, I appreciate you definitely showing us, talking to us, dialing in. Warren is a regular on this podcast as well as my podcast. For you guys that don't know, I do a minute with Stony Stone on Mondays. My podcast a little bit different. We have guests that we pull on. I reach out to a lot of different guides. I actually have guides reaching out to me now saying, "Hey, I want to get on your podcast." I think I'm booked all the way till the end of September now. So a few spots. So I might have to start doubling up the guest list just to get everybody through. And we talk about that. We also, you guys know me, I'm a big cat fisherman, so we talk a lot about catfishing too. Don't forget the catfish. They're fun when they're big. We have a lot of fun chasing those big cats out of the Clear Lake.
Yeah, Kurt. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, Stony. I mean, everything that you do and being involved, and we'll just keep going. To give that out, all that information out there. Kurt threw something up. When are we getting into Gold Beach tomorrow? I'll be staying at Oceanside. If everything goes smooth, knock on wood, everything goes smooth, we should be there by 1 o'clock, something like that, and we'll set up camp. And I got a get all my rods rigged and boat prepped and fuel and make sure everything's good. Charge batteries. Well, I mean, I just fished yesterday, so they should be fine. And then I got to fish Saturday, so there won't be a lot of time in between. But that's when we're getting there.
Well, Kevin, like I said, I don't want to keep you too long. We're already dragging on longer than I wanted to. I want you to get some rest and have a safe trip tomorrow. Get there safely, and we're gonna see you here in about a week.
Yep, we'll be in contact. Thank you everyone for your support, and when you see us out there, say hi. Tell us that you watched on Old Farts Fishing, stuff like that, because oh yeah, thanks Ben, I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a nice comment. Yeah, I understand. It was something in the water. Um, uh, Ben's funny me again. Yeah. So, but we just thank everybody for their support. Shout out at us when we're out there. If you need something, we're catching fish. Don't be afraid to not say nothing. Be like, "What depth are you at?" Or, "What color are you using?" Or, "Hey, did you get them on a plug or did you get them on row?" Oh, I do know this. Speaking of quick plug, I know that Big Red just restocked us for row at the tackle box. So we want to give a big shout out to Big Red. He's got cured row. At least we've got some there. So if you like row, then they've got it there at the tackle box. So I don't know about everywhere else, but I know that they've got it there. But yeah, give us a shout out on the water. It kind of keeps us going. Someone will come up and say, "Hey, I saw your videos," or "I really appreciate what you're doing," or "Hey, thanks for throwing in some extra." If you order stuff online from me, we'll always throw in something extra for you. And we appreciate you for doing that because, you got to pay for shipping and stuff. So all good. We appreciate everybody. Let's conclude it. Don't forget to go to Old Farts Fishing. We like the clicks and the subscribes, and it's growing like crazy. So that's cool. Go to, King Salmon. We love King Salmon. It's a new page there. A group on Facebook. It's a group. You can join there. You can post your picture. You can post stuff for sale. You can do anything you want on that. Well, okay. Anything salmon related, and admin has to approve it. But yeah, you can post stuff on there. You want to advertise your business. If you're a guide, hey, we're welcome. We're all in it together, man. Go for it. We'll all work together. So don't forget about that. Check me out if you want to go to get a product and you can't get to a store. Order it online, of course, fishkevinbrock.com. You want to get out fishing, fishkevinbrock.com. Try that one out. And then we got videos at fishkevinbrock.com, and we'll be doing some how-to stuff. We keep saying that, but next week, don't let me go through without doing some sort of how-to for up there at Gold Beach.
Yep. Well, very good. Kevin, good night. Thank you. I'm going to stop recording and then thank you guys. Appreciate you.
God bless you all.